Okay, so this one is Wasteland 2. Good game. This was based on the original Wasteland game. Fallout was always kind of considered the successor to the original Wasteland games because they never could create a sequel. The original Wasteland was owned by a different company. So instead of creating another Wasteland, they had to create Fallout. So that led to Fallout 1 and then Fallout 2. And eventually we got Fallout 3, 4, and 76, which we're not going to talk about.
Once again, in the glow of the atom.
Okay, so custom squad, create our own. I think I'm going to use the default squad. I'm kind of tempted to create my own. You know what, I think I'm going to try creating my own. I've never done that before. Create a custom ranger. Sure, why not? Alright. What are we gonna go with? We'll go with... yeah, sure, why not? That's fine. Yep. We're not gonna give him the, biography, though. That's a little too much. I saw one I kind of liked here. Let's see if I can find it again. Yeah, that'll work. Kind of like that one. Yep, and I like them pants. Okay. Nah, we're not really gonna do that. Give him a little bit higher intelligence. Charisma. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Leave that. This is good. Take him down 1 to 3 for that. I want his coordination at 6. Awareness, I put it 5. I'm gonna drop that down to 4. We're gonna give him, let's see, what's the best aim? Give him a little bit more of that. There we go. Alright, we're gonna go with that. Okay. Let's see, what do we got here? Whisper, brute force, hard ass, kiss ass, weaponsmithing, smart ass, perception, outdoorsman, leadership. Believe it or not, this actually has a use. It's kind of a joke thing before. But, hey, what are you gonna do? Gonna go ahead and put 4 skill points there. Gonna take a couple skill points here because I want him to have some ability with that. We've got some knowledge skills and some general skills. I want him to have perception? Maybe. What should we grab? I mean, we can get a lot of other stuff from our team members. So maybe I won't grab that. Maybe instead we'll go for a couple other things. Well, no. We can get some other stuff from other people. So we're going to leave that there. And I think we're going to have to grant leadership too as well. Got them quirks. Not sure how much good that would do. That seems really hard to deal with. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go for any. I don't know if we're gonna go as far into the custom stuff for everything. Probably try to do a decent mix. Not bad. Got her for that. We got our infiltrator here. He's got lockpicking, safe crafting, and submachine guns. Or our techie with computer science, energy weapons, and perception. I think I'm gonna go with the techie. Okay, one more. This one I want to be my hardcore guy. He's going to be doing some knocking down and everything else. Kind of miss having a negotiator though, I'll be honest. Looking for somebody who's got that high strength here. Four isn't too bad. I kind of like this. No, that's 3. No, that won't work. You know what? I think I am going to customize for our bruiser. Okay. I like that one. Torso. She's gonna be up armored looking. That works. Legs. Yep. Okay. Got that six strength. Speed, not intelligence, not that important for her. Charisma, not that important for her. Coordination. Actually, we're gonna take her all the way up to 7, I think. Why not? We'll take her up to 9. She is going to be the one I have that smashes things. Okay. 12 skill points remaining. Start with the combat skills. Just gonna be good with the blunt weapons. Okay at the brawling. Bit of an outdoorsman. And a bit of a hard ass. I want to give her one more skill here. Gotta have a little bit of knowledge. Let's see, what should we give her? Let's go with that. Quirk. She's going to be a bit heavy-handed. Alrighty. I think that'll do it. And I know I'm not that great at this.
What comes after the end? I don't know. Neither did they. They were just an Army engineer battalion, constructing roads and bridges deep in the middle of the Arizona nowhere. They didn't know why Armageddon had come. They'd heard radio chatter about an attack on some space-based missile platform. But who had attacked it, or why? No one knew. What they did know is that the politicians and the generals had finally ended the world. Now, everything was gone. They took over a federal prison for a fort, kicked out the convicts, got busy starting from scratch. Maybe it was an act of mercy. Maybe they figured that the prisoners would die out in the harsh new world. Whichever, it came back to bite the engineers in the ass. Cultists, criminals, cannibals. They've been living with the fallout ever since. Good people had survived too, called for help in the night. And those engineers, those common soldiers, could not stand by and see them die. So they came out of their fort, and they helped the survivors defend their homes. And for that, they earned a new name, a proud name, the Desert Rangers. Now, Rangers, I know at times it seems our cause is hopeless. And I know it's hard to say goodbye to a brother in arms. But I want you to know something else. That no Ranger who dies in the line of duty will ever be forgotten. Nor will he have ever died in vain or unavenged. Thank you, recruits. I appreciate you coming to Captain Ace's retirement party when you hardly knew the man. Appropriate, too, seeing as how investigating his death will be your first duty as a Desert Ranger. Ace had been trying to locate a faint radio signal, which has lately been giving us cause for concern. We gave him 3 repeater units and sent him to hook them up to 3 remote radio towers. This would have allowed us to get a fix on the signal, but sadly Ace was murdered by unknown assailants right after hooking up the first tower, and his logbook and the last 2 repeater units were stolen. The voice on those broadcasts disturbed me greatly. It talked crazy talk about a future where man and machine would be one. Worse, it talked about us, the Desert Rangers, specifically. It said it was coming for us. When you get back to the Citadel, talk to our radio expert, Wade Woodson, if you want to know more about the technical details. All I know is the repeaters will upgrade the towers and allow us to zero in on the mystery signal. I'll give you the locations of the towers once you have the repeaters in hand. More important to find them first. Don't know, but it wasn't on Ace's person when he was found. Look for it. It might have some clues as to his death. Yeah, I know. You've hardly found your feet with us, and here I am sending you on a mission that already got 1 Ranger killed. Well, I wish I had another option, but the Desert Rangers are spread a little thin right now. Ranger Teams Abel and Charlie are out west trying to stop a range war out there from becoming straight-up genocide. And Team Baker is up north looking for a way through the radiation that's cut us off from Vegas. I'm afraid the next generation is going to have to lead the charge on this one. The mission is this: search the area where Ace's body was found, and do your best to recover his logbook and the repeater units. Then call in your report. If you find the repeaters, I may send you on to finish his mission. Ace's death must be avenged, and it will be. But finding the signal he died trying to track down is just as important. Besides, I got the sneaking suspicion that when you find the one, you'll find the other. Yes, call in on your radio. Your radio is your lifeline to Ranger Citadel. We'll be calling you with alerts and updates on your current missions, and sending you new missions when we receive distress calls. As Rangers, it is your sworn duty to respond to those calls. That is the contract we made with the people of Arizona when we opened for business. Once you prove yourself, the Citadel will be your new home. Consider this mission the final test of your training. If you succeed, you are welcome within our walls. If you fail, then you aren't cut out to be a Desert Ranger, and we won't let you in. It's about a day's walk east from here. I'll mark it on your map. There you go. Good luck out there, recruits.
Alrighty. So, time to really get started on this. Let's see, we got our logbook. Got info on using items. Okay. full water. I don't actually know where we can view this. How much is in our canteen currently? That would be valuable information. Firing range, tents. Let's go see what's at the tents. I'm gonna leave the tin can alone. It seems like a better idea.
God damn it, Ace. You never should have put down the wrench and picked up the gun.
See what we can find here. Uh-huh.
Sorry about the waterworks. I'm still pretty broke up over Ace. I'm Angie. You kids must be the new recruits old Vargas trained up. Lord, y'all just babies.
You noticed that, huh? Well, Ace always said I wore my heart on my sleeve. Yeah, me and Ace, we were more than just old army buddies, if you know what I mean. That's why it hurts so bad. That's why I want to come with you. Sorry, but you are. As cute as little kittens. Y'all remind me of us. Snake, Razor, Thrasher, and me. Back when we were just starting out. Thinking we were gonna save the world for the future. Thinking none of us would ever die. Christ, sorry. Don't listen to me. Youth is good. Optimism is good. If we all started out worn out and jaded like me, nobody'd ever try to change the world. So you kids go ahead and give it a go. Maybe it'll work this time. You better call him Gilbert now. Funny, back in the day he just seemed like this big old growly bear. Strong as an ox and just about as articulate. But then he got all torn up during our fight with the robots from Base Cochise. And he couldn't go out on patrol no more. Any other commander would have handed him his walking papers. But Vargas doesn't dump old friends. So he started him working in the museum. And once you know it, turns out the old bear has a knack for cartography. He's been gradually mapping our little corner of the wasteland ever since. Who'd have thunk it?
This game has a lot of background, so be prepared for a lot of exposition.
An old military facility from before the war. And the biggest fight the Rangers ever had. There was some crazy computer in there that kept spitting out robots and sending them off to kill people. We had one hell of a fight putting it down. Earned our stripes that day. Literally. That's when I became Captain Death. Yeah, the Base Cochise AI. Don't know what was wrong with it. Broken, I guess. It thought everybody was its enemy. Wanted to kill the whole planet. He's another one gone. Went out for a patrol a few weeks back and never came home. Don't know if he's dead, or AWOL, or gone off to join the Scorpions. All anybody knows is he hasn't called in, and we haven't heard from anybody who's seen him. I miss old Hellraiser like blazes. Didn't talk much. Didn't make friends easy. Wasn't big on social graces. But he was as loyal as they come. And when the shit started flying, he was the guy you wanted at your back. He didn't win that name by accident. Sharp as a razor. Scary as hell. You weren't briefed on those fucks during your training? Well, let me fill you in. You know when we left the prison and moved here to the Citadel? Well, the Scorpions were the jerks who moved into the prison when we moved out. Just a bunch of rangers back then, but they've been getting more organized. Call themselves the militia now, and they try to act like they're the Desert Rangers of eastern Arizona. Well, that's a load of horse shit. The protection racket ain't the same as protecting people. They shake down all their towns for money, and if the locals don't kick in, they smash them up. The Rangers aren't like that. They get by on donations and good old-fashioned scavenging. Basically everything between the prison and the radiation clouds to the east. There are a few small towns and farms out there, which the Scorpions claim is their territory. Rangers used to patrol that area before we moved here, and we knew it pretty well. But a lot can change in 15 years. Who knows? Maybe it's all as clean and nice and crime-free as the Scorpions say it is. But I've got my doubts. The edges of the map, kiddies. Big hot areas we can't get into without getting cooked to a crisp. The clouds move around some with the wind and the weather, but there are permanent hot spots on every side of us. North, south, east, and west. Until we started hearing those weird broadcasts, I kinda thought those clouds went on forever, and that Arizona was the last place on Earth. But maybe there's more people out there. Maybe the whole rest of the world's just fine, and we're the only ones in hell. Wouldn't that be a joke? Ace played me some of them before he died. Hard to make out a lot of it, but what I heard made my hair stand on end. Some guy talking about turning men into machines. Or machines into men, or some shit. But the crazy thing was, then he starts talking about us, the Rangers. Saying we're the cause of all the trouble in the world, and we need to be wiped out so his glorious future can be born. I mean, who is this guy? Where is he? What the fuck does he have against us? Yep, he was one wild-ass son of a bitch back in the day. But I think the weight of his responsibilities has kinda squashed that out of him now. He hasn't been in a decent bar fight in, shit, a decade maybe? Better than he'd like. Back in the day, the General was the craziest of us all. But somehow, after he brought down Base Cochise, he became the sanest. Now he's running the whole show, and doing a damn fine job. While I'm still walking patrols and answering radio calls. Shows you how much ambition I got, huh? They all hurt, but this one... Man, Ace wasn't even a ranger. Not at first. He worked as a driver and mechanic for Farron Brygo up in Vegas. When Base Cochise started sending its death machines into the desert, Brygo sent Ace south to recruit robot fighters. We met him in quartz. He'd pissed somebody off out there and they'd locked him up. We sorted that out, and he started running with us, helping us fight Cochise. Never stopped. Vargas eventually gave him the uniform and the hat, but I don't think he ever formally signed on. He was just always there. And now he's... God damn it, Ace. I knew this one was trouble, I knew it. He was working on the same thing Vargas has you working on. Trying to track down radio signals from beyond the edges of the map. All seemed a bit boring and scientific to me. But then Ace started saying he thought someone was following him. I asked him to let me come with him when I met him at Rail Nomads to give him the repeater units. But he told me to go back to base. He said he was just jumping at shadows because those radio broadcasts had spooked him. I should have gone with him. Why didn't I go with him? I don't really know the details. It's all a bunch of mumbo-jumbo about transmitters and north-south axis and signals bouncing off the clouds. Ask Woodson about it. He's our radio genius. Radio technician Wade Woodson? Sure do. He's the guy that makes sure you can hear Vargas when you're out on patrol. Keeps the machines running and the signal clear. He'll also talk your ear off about circuits and frequencies and I don't know what else if you let him. But be nice to him. He's your lifeline to the base. Could be a nice little place if the Atchisons and Topekans would kiss and make up. I can't even remember what it's all about, but between them, they got enough old railroad tech that if they worked together, they could give this area a real transportation system. Instead, it seems like all they want to do is blow each other's heads off. Idiots. Man, not sure I can recall. Haven't been out that way in ages. Don't even know if it's still on the map. Ask Thrasher. He'd know.
Say, listen. Vargas asked you to look into Ace's death because he thought I was too upset to be professional about it. He didn't want me going off half-cocked and shooting up all of Arizona looking for his killer. But I gotta find this guy. Ace and me, well, we'd been fighting side by side for nigh on 20 years. I'm not letting him die unavenged.
So I don't entirely like the fact that in this director's cut it looks like they added dialogue, but they got a different voice actor. So it's a little bit jarring, but what are you gonna do?
So, well, I know it's going against orders, but if you let me tag along and be in at the kill, well, I'll help you find your feet out there. Maybe give you a few pointers along the way. I may be old and slow, but I know the wastes like the back of my hand. What do you say?
Alright, and that's how we get her.
Cool. No need to tell Vargas why I joined you. If anybody asks, I'm just helping you get oriented, all right?
Anyway, Handy, I'll be honest, she actually has some serious skills. And she's much higher level than the rest of us. Yeah, 7. As compared to us, who are only little level 1s. She's got lots of skills. However, ironically, her abilities are low. But she's got that brute force, that outdoorsman, so. Alright. Time to get out of here. Oh, before we do, let's do a little more digging. Not bad. Yeah, don't care about that, don't care about that, don't care about that. That's nice to have, but I don't think anybody's carrying a shotty right now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, before I go on, I want to do a little more digging, because honestly in this game, you want every bit of help you can get. It is not easy. Another one.
Hey, Echo 1. Mind picking up that can over there for me? Think there's some water in there.
Trying to get me in trouble with a goat. Not falling for it. Yeah, giving her those. Energy cells, good for the energy weapons. That could come in handy. don't think anybody here has any lockpicking, unfortunately. So we won't worry about it. I really don't want to push that, and breaking into it, well, let's just say doing stuff like that in this game can lead to some very bad results. You can get in trouble in this game, and when you do, you may make an enemy for life. Not really what you want to be doing. For example, it's possible to dig up that grave if I remember right, but you really don't want to be digging up the grave of somebody that everybody else loves and is friends with. It's a bad plan. Alright, we're going to be selling off some junk. Gotta wait for everybody else to get here. There we go. Okay. There we go. Yep. Junk. Just get rid of that stuff. It is worth it. Make some money off of it. Yep. Let's see if she's got anything worth talking about here. First, I forgot to check to see what kind of armor my people have. Leather coat. Nothing really all that useful. But you know what? I think we should actually get started on this. I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long. Alrighty, time to travel.
Ranger Team Echo, this is Ranger Command. Come in. Roger, Echo 1. Just making sure your radio is working. I'll be your dispatcher from here on out. I also wanted to give you a little heads up on your water situation. If you've all got full canteens, you should have enough water to reach the place where Ace died with plenty to spare. But if you're going to go exploring, you'll want to fill up again at any oasis you can find. Remember, your main priority is to recover the repeater units Ace was carrying. Once you've got the devices, you'll be headed to Ag Center and High Pool to install them. But we'll talk about that after you acquire the repeaters. We must, of course, bring Ace's killers to justice, but right now, that's secondary to discovering the location of that signal. Until now, Woodson's been our dispatcher, but Ace's death made me realize I've spent too many years in my office, walled off from the world and how it's changed it. I need to know what's going on out there, and I figure the best way to do that is to start listening to the people's problems. So, I've decided that from now on, I'll be the one fielding calls and talking in your ear when you head out into the wastes. Don't let that make you self-conscious or nothing. It is vital that all teams stay in radio contact with me here at the base. We get distress calls from all over our jurisdiction and sometimes beyond. Towns or farms or mines being attacked by raiders, mutant beasts, what have you. We field those calls here and then dispatch whichever team is closest to the problem. 10-4 Echo 1, carry on. Ranger Command out.
Alright, so let's start with this. Okay. So we want to head that away. Alright, time to kill some raiders. Where are they at? Let's see, what do I want to do? How many action? Okay, so precision strikes allow you to target individual body parts on enemies, inflict debilitating effects, cost of your chance to hit, exact effects depend on the body part targeted, gain a chance of inflicting more serious ones. Okay, got it. Action cue. Okay. Cover. Ah, that's where they're at. Okay. So I think we're gonna move here. Swap weapons. Whose turn is this? Angels. Where the heck is she? Who's next? You. You're next. Alright. Let's get you behind some cover here. And you try to hit this dude. And finish right there. Alright. That takes 6 AP to fire? Dang. She can have that. I'll let her take that too. Oh, nothing there. Alright, let's see. Anything in this area might be of value. No, it doesn't look like it. Before I go, though... Okay, good. Alrighty, let's get back out there. Alright. Some more raiders here. What do we got? What do we got? Alright, they're all the way over there. Alright. Okay. She's next. There we go. All right. So it's possible to directly travel to the radio tower. I'm not, however, because I found in one of the frequent playthroughs, not frequent, I've tried it a couple times before, if I don't level up enough early on, I'm just going to be SOL later.
Roger that, Echo 1. When you reach the area where Ace's body was found, give it a good going over. The folks that picked him up said it looked like he crawled there. Maybe you can find some tracks leading to where he was attacked. Copy? 10-4, Echo 1, and check in immediately with any new info. Those repeater units are a top priority. Ranger Command out.
don't get shaken up easy. This place is sending shivers up my spine. God damn it, Ace. Why won't you let me come with you? Jesus. That's Ace's star. How did it end up way the hell over here?
If you want to play in our backyard, you gotta pay. 15 scrap, or we'll break your faces. And my dog will eat your corpses. You're insane. What the hell is wrong with you? Just go on through, you sick bastard. I'll show you where my secret good thinks place is. Just don't hurt Bark Meat.
Well then, that's one way to solve a problem.
Weren't you leaving?
So let me tell you Matthias's law, friends. Matthias's law is vengeance. And soon, Matthias's law will stretch all the way to Arizona and kill those so-called upholders of justice, the Desert Rangers.
Yeah, that's definitely Ace's handwriting. I'd recognize those chicken scratches anywhere. He didn't die quiet, at least. He went down fighting. Damn it, Ace.
Oh. Give me some more stuffs. What do we got? Pipe bomb. Oh boy. And more scrap. Alright. Let's see how we do. Alright. I don't know what spray paint is for, but we're gonna take it. Statue of a cat. Sure, that's not weird at all. Ooh, a submachine gun. I don't remember if I had anybody who's skilled in using those. So I guess I'll just give it to her for now. I think we're gonna go this way temporarily. Yeah, I've changed my mind. We're taking out these raiders. Kidding me? She's got some crappy ass aim. Yeah, that'll work. Damn, she's got some crappy range. Okay.
Copy, Echo 1. This is Ranger Command. Go ahead. Over. Echo 1, I'm happy to say several members of your team have earned field promotions. Congratulations, Echo 1. You've done well.
All right. No, okay. Take one more of that. And one more leadership. Okay. Unfortunately, I know for a fact they're not going to be able to do a darn thing right now.
What the? Check it out. Oh, it's you guys. Get moving.
I'm happy to say several members of your team have earned field promotions. Congratulations, Echo 1. You've done.
All right. 5 available. Nice. Heavy weapon. Great. Okay. Where were we? We were back here. That reminds me, I need to check some of the controls real quick. Ah, Q and E. Okay. Okay.
That's Ace's gear, all right. What the hell was this metal asshole planning to do with it? We should poke around the cave. Make sure he didn't drop nothing else. Damn. Look at that thing. Looks like Ace gave as good as he got. I guess that's some consolation. Where the fuck did it come from? Never seen a robot so advanced before. Not even Max was that tricked out. Looks like the robot only got one page of Ace's logbook. It don't say much. We should look around the area for more. Could be clues.
Echo 1, go ahead. Got an update for me? What? Well, I'll be goddamned. We haven't seen any synthetics around for almost 15 years. We better get a closer look at the tech. Mir Captain might be able to tell us where it came from. See if you can grab a piece of it and bring it back to Mir Captain. That is Mir Captain's fancy word for smart robots. She calls them synthetic life forms, or synths. Basically, any robot that can think for itself falls into the synth category. Plain old robots are dangerous enough. Ones that think for themselves are a nightmare. Good, but our priority is still those repeaters. Now that you have them, I'm sending you on to complete Ace's mission, which was to attach him to the most powerful towers in Arizona, so we can get a fix on that mystery signal. One tower is at High Pool, the other is at the Ag Center. Sending you the coordinates now. Ag Center is due south of Range. Talk to Matt Forrestal about hooking up to their radio dish. Used to be one of us. Now he runs things down there. Matt's good people. Used to be part of an old satellite relay system, from what Woods is telling me. Strongest transmitter in Arizona. High Pool is at the most southern and eastern corner of our jurisdiction. They're a vital part of the stable society we've been trying to build here in Arizona. They provide clean water to us and many other communities and farms, maintain an emergency reservoir in case of drought. See Mayor Vikstrom there about using their tower. He knows you're coming. They built their tower on top of an old crane. A bit unorthodox, but it gets great reception. Roger, Echo 1. Ranger Command out.
Alright, so there's still some logbook pages apparently I've missed. So I'm gonna have to go try to hunt those things down. Aha. That's useful. I do not see another log page. Alright. Well, I'm gonna start streaming for a little while. But I will be back on in a little bit.